Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Florida's offense will get the first swing of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Touch pass on the run. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Quick completion on the out route. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
And it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Unloads to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. The Gators get enough to move the chains.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down at this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Gators want to move quickly. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Florida! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David. To make an impact from your leaders.
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Looking to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and he got a fresh set of downs.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Open runway ahead. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's got him this time.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Aurora. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The aerial assault continues. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. With jet sweep pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
The Gators come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. It's complete on the right side. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's right on target. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Give to the back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They'll run the screen. Oh, he left him grabbing. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Coming up.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to Eastern Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll throw it on first down. Running with power. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. creativity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking for a gap. It's Chambers. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And it'll be down right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking for a deep man. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team there.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackle. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, then stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Going over the top. And it's caught inside the 25. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
Just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, first down. Handoff to the single back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Quick completion to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in his zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Got enough space. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
He does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Catch in the middle. It's Chambers. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Leaves it with the running back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ball.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They'll give it to the back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And to open the 4th quarter, they'll start with a field goal attempt. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Personal foul. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On second down, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Chambers. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly. But they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
They'll go with a direct snap. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown Tide. Lining up for the PAT. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They want that clock to run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They want to run it left here. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Gator! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every...
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying the left side. At the 45 on his way. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Power football with the run.
Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The give to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for you.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.